Hello, my darlings. It's Thursday, the 6th of March. If I'm looking a little rosy cheeked, I have been cleaning out the utility room. My goodness me, did that need a good scrub a dub dub. Fortunately, now we have a washing machine that is finishing cleaning itself, and the dryer is all pristine and ready to go. Lint drawers, the condenser, the hue, it's done. But that is why I have a most flushed look about my face. Anyway, enough about my beauty routine. More pressing matters await us. Today is National Book Day, International Book Day, if you will. And I was thinking about Alas Babylon by Pat Frank. Now, my copy, I have popped it into some white tissue paper at the moment, and I've popped it back into my rare book collection storage. I did that over Christmas because I wasn't going to be reading it anytime soon, or I didn't think I would be needing it anytime soon. How wrong I was. If you've never read Alas Babylon, I will tell you the exact date and year it was written. Alas 1959, and the copy I have is first edition 1959, not the American one, it is the British one. Gosh, I will tell you. 1959 UK edition. There we are. That is the one that I have. It's mint condition. It's been well loved by somebody previously, and I managed to get it. And guess what they want for this one? If you can, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably the lighting. It's £600 they wanted for that. I don't know. It's just not picking it up. But they wanted £600 for that edition, and I can show you the one I have upstairs. I paid a little bit more. Yes, but beautiful. It is a beautiful book. I've forgotten the UK. No, I'll figure it out. I'll remember. Constable and Company. That was it. Brain fart. Having a brain fart, my darlings. Constable and Co. Yes, that was the UK book publishers. Trouble with my brain today. It don't want to work. Anyway, I would recommend 1959, Alas Babylon, Pat Frank. Okay? He gave a copy to John Lennon, who sat and read it in one night. And John's reaction to that was, if every senator across America and every member of parliament and the prime minister read that book, then perhaps there would be no need for World War III. I still stand and attest to that same sentiment today. If you pick that book up and read it, and why not read it today as it's International World Book Day? There would be no need for war. We're on a little place called Fort Repose in Florida, and Randy Bragg, it all hits the fan for him in a most spectacular fashion. It was horrific. Everybody decided that they were going to light one up and see what happened. What happened? World War Three, and the most horrific. It's one of those books that is so gentle when it starts, and then it just grabs you by the throat and does not let up until the last page is turned. It's unbelievably sad, and the level of loss that these people, the characters within the pages of the book, go through is horrendous. I don't know, you will, if you are not crying by the time you have finished reading the last page of Alas Babylon, then my friends, you either didn't understand the book, or things like that clearly don't get to you. I was bawling like a baby by the time I'd finished reading that book. And I worry at the moment that we are entering to our own, alas, Babylon, and that there are decisions being made regarding safety and the sanctity of the entire human and animal race upon this planet by a very few people who are making decisions today that will affect everybody. I worry about our young people, children in my children's age group. I worry for their future. I'm a mother, and my natural instinct is to put my arms around and protect. I cannot help that. That is my nature. And I fear so greatly for our young boys and girls of today. And if I could wrap my arms around you all, my darlings, I would. Because I do not like what I am seeing, and I do not like what I am hearing. And I feel within my heart that the path we are on is the wrong path, and we need to step back and breathe. War is never the answer. It is never the answer. I think everything, we could go through dialogue, we could protect. But shall we check the news anyway today? Let's see what the BBC are saying. Live, BBC News. Zelensky and the EU in show of unity as Russia warns against European troops in Ukraine. President Volodymyr Zelensky thanks European leaders as they hold a summit in Brussels to discuss support for Ukraine. During all this period and last week, you stayed with us, he says. These are not just words, we feel it. Meanwhile, Russia repeats its opposition to European troops in Ukraine after any peace deal, saying it would be direct war. UK officials say around 20 countries are interested in joining the coalition of the willing to help Ukraine, though not necessarily with troops. Zelensky arrived in Brussels hours after a Russian missile hit a hotel in his hometown of Kryvyi, where Western charity workers were staying. A survivor who was in the hotel when the missile hit tells the BBC he thinks the attack deliberately targeted aid workers. It's a mess. It's an absolute unholy mess. I really, really worry that we are all sleepwalking into a giant war that we don't need to have. It's it's horrific. We've got so many problems within our own country, and we don't need to add to the list. We don't need to go to war as well. Think about all the people, not just in the United Kingdom, but all around the world, who are all going to be in a very, very similar situation very, very soon if cooler minds do not prevail. We really, really need to talk, have dialogue, and step back. And that is the both sides. I know that I am probably singing into the wind at this point in time because it would seem that minds have been made up. But in making up your minds, ladies and gentlemen, who are making these monumental decisions today at the meeting that they're all having in the European Council today, please bear in mind it's not your children that you're sending to the front line, it's ours. And as a mother, I implore you really to take a step back. And war isn't the answer, my darlings. It can't be. All these children, we can't do this to them. It would be the worst thing in the world. I do hope war is not going to be on the menu going forwards. Seriously, read Alas Babylon by Pat Frank and you'll understand more about why I'm asking you not to go to war. I do worry so much for you young people. Oh, my darlings, this certainly wasn't the future I had planned for you. I wanted you to have lives. I wanted you to fall in love and visit countries around the world and read books and paint, do beautiful paintings and take photographs and make friends and get that dream job and have your own home. That's the future that I want for you. And I suppose lots of mums and dads all across the world, all want the same. They want their children to have a future. And I worry that decisions are being made that will directly affect you, my darlings. And So on International World Book Day, read Alas Babylon by Pat Frank, because it's a really, I would say, probably one of the most powerful books on nuclear war. And let's hope we don't go to war, everybody. Anyway, on International Book Day, yes, I know, believe it is today. I didn't realise it was today actually until I saw the posts on X, or Twitter as it was formerly known. I know, I've been so wrapped up in work here that I'd completely forgotten all about it. So, yeah, I hope you're all reading tremendously wonderful books. And if you are, tell me about them. I would love to know what you're reading. And all the best, my darlings. I send you our love from myself and Monty, who is currently running around the garden, having a lot of fun in the sunshine, as you would if you were a cat. I know. Ah, my loves. Take care. I'll be back soon. Bye bye.